Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm super excited to do today's video because it's been a heavily requested video from me. So if you're somebody who is dealing with overexposure to acetone, contact dermatitis, they want to remove their dip powder manicure faster, or peel base just ruins your nails like it did mine, this might be the method for you. So I'm going to break up this video into 3 parts. The application process, the removal process, and the third part is going to be the fill. So if you only need to skip to a certain part, don't worry, I'm going to have all the timestamps in the description below for you guys so you can skip forward to that part if you need to. So a little backstory before I start this video. A lot of you guys know that I've been struggling with contact dermatitis on my thumb, specifically this thumb, because of overexposure to acetone. At least I think that's what's causing it. So I've been trying to find alternate methods to remove my dip powder. I've tried removing by filing down to the clear. I've tried nail guards on my natural nails. I've tried peel base on my natural nails. So a couple weeks ago, some people who knew that I was dealing with this and trying to find alternate methods messaged me and they're like, hey, have you heard of this method about doing peel base over clear dip powder? So they explained the process to me. I tried it out and I was like, wow, this is magical. And then I actually watched a YouTube video by Beautiful Nails by Katie. I'm going to link that in the description below for you guys. So hats off to her, credit to her for coming out with this method. My method is very similar to hers, but the removal process is a little different. So I'm going to do all that. I'm going to explain my process to you guys and tell you guys how this is working for me, because as of right now, it is the best method for me and it's awesome. But without further ado, let's get into it. Hey guys, I'm just going to quickly go over the dipping process on how I prep my nail before I apply the peel base. So I dip my nail 2 times in Scarlet French Pink. I don't use clear because for some reason clear lifts on me. I don't know why. Anyways, dip your nail 2 times before you start the peel base process. I think doing this process 2 times is super duper important. I've seen a lot of people talk about how they struggle popping off the peel base because the clear dip underneath comes up with it, and a lot of those people only have 1 dip of clear, so I recommend doing 2 dips. Last part before applying the peel base is make sure to file and buff your nails. You need to buff your nails really, really smooth. So just to recap, you need to do 2 layers of clear dip powder, then you're going to activate that dip powder, and then you're going to file, shape, and buff it really, really smooth. Now it's time for peel base. So whatever peel base you use, you're going to apply that over the buffed nail. So I have 2 layers of Scarlet French Pink on my nail right now, and I'm going to apply 2 full coats of UNT or UNT, don't know how to pronounce it, peel base to my nails. Also, as a disclaimer, I just want to say pardon my dust because I have really, really dry skin, and every single time I do my nails, that's like enhanced on video. So it's going to be really dry, really flaky, and really dusty up in here for the rest of the video. Now that you've applied your peel base and it's completely dry, you can start dipping. So right here, I'm applying a layer of Pro Base before I dip into my powder, and then I'm going to dip directly into the dip powder. This isn't a dip powder tutorial, so I'm not going to finish off the entire process, but normally you would finish dipping, activate, do your top coat, whole thingy-mabob, but I want to show you guys a really cool trick. So if you get to this step and you hate your color, you can just remove it. That's the awesome thing about peel base. You're right here and you're like, ugh, I hate it. Take some cuticle clippers and just start removing. Speaking of removal, a lot of you guys want to learn how to remove your dip powder. So say 7 days are up, 14 days, however many days you're tired of your nails, you need to remove it. Let's get started. I find that breaking the seal of your top coat, whether it's with a drill or a hand file, is the best way to expose the layers of clear dip powder and colored dip powder. So I take a round drill bit and I go around all the edges of my nail and I just drill off very gently the sides. The tool that I like to use for this process is cuticle nippers because it gives me leverage. So you're going to be very careful when you do this, and you're going to put the bottom part of the cuticle nipper in between the layer of clear and colored. It's important to make sure that you're placing it where the peel base starts. You do not want to lift the clear layer. Sometimes I'm able to remove the entire peel base nail in one pop, and then other times it takes a couple tries and I have to remove it in pieces like I am doing right now. So if you look at my nail, there's some residue around my cuticle area and some lifted areas. I'm going to take care of that in a couple minutes, but right now I'm going to give you guys some peely pop off porn, and I'm just going to pop off the rest of my nails. When all your nails are popped off, it's very important that you do cuticle prep. So whatever is your routine for your cuticle prep, make sure you take care of that at this point. All right, so the next step is to make sure we lift any lifted areas and fill that in. So remember how I told you guys earlier that I have really dry skin? Well, this is what my nails look like after a fill is completely done. So trust me, it might look ugly, but it looks good at the end. So there's lifted areas around my cuticle area, and I need to make sure that I remove any lifting so I don't get any greenies. I'm taking those same cuticle nippers from earlier, and I'm just gently removing any lifted parts. And you can tell what the lifted parts are because they have more of a white look to them, and you can tell they're not adhering to your nail bed. So you can use a drill, cuticle nippers, file, however you choose to do that. Make sure you remove the lifted areas. It's super important. And then you're going to file, shape, the whole 9 yards, and you want to make sure you get this layer as smoothed down and close to the nail bed as possible so that transition when you do the fill is not super lumpy. So you want to make sure you push back your cuticles and sanitize your nails before you start dipping to make the clear adhere to your nails as much as possible. So I'm applying a little bit of pH prep here. That's how I sanitize my nails. And then I'm going to take my Scarlet dip powder and a little bit of Pro Base. I'm trying to make sure I do very, very thin layers. And I'm just going to focus on the area close to my cuticles. You get any dip powder on your cuticle, on your skin, make sure to clean that up before you finish off. All right, so you can tell that there's a small ridge right there. So I'm going to dip one more time before I do any shaping. You guys, please do not judge me. I've never been able to successfully show filing and buffing on camera because the area where I record is a little too far away from my face, so it's very awkward for me. Anyways, you want to file, buff, and shape super duper smooth here. So make sure that your dip powder is smooth. Smooth, smooth, smooth. Very smooth. Well, now that your nails are completely dipped in clear or scarlet French pink, you're ready to start applying your peel base and then dipping like you normally would. So if you missed the application process I said earlier, make sure you go to the beginning of the video to catch up on that. But this is what my nails look like after they've been filled. Welcome back! So if you're somebody who struggles from contact dermatitis from acetone, or you just want to remove your nails faster or better, or you're just tired of the exposure to acetone, or you just don't like the other removal methods and you want to try this one out, this might be the way for you. Please let me know if this method works for you, and don't forget to check out Katie's videos too, to check out her method if that method works better for you than my method. I appreciate you guys for being here and watching this video, and I really hope that the peel-based method over dip powder is the way to go.